Absolutely. So I actually started my educational career in college at the University of North Florida in Jacksonville. And I bounced around to a few different majors. I was doing education and political science and health sciences, which are all completely different ways that you can go. And I just kept bouncing around because I had so many passions that I wanted to explore. And I remember, funny enough, I was watching an episode of like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and they were planning this big party. And Mindy Weiss is a very well-known event planner, and she was on the show and speaking about what she was doing. And I looked at it and I was like, that's a job? I was like, that sounds like the most amazing thing ever. And luckily, I was in Florida. I looked into event management programs, and UCF's College of Hospitality has the #1 program in the country. And they have an event management specific degree and all of these amazing opportunities. So I full sent it. I worked really, really hard. I kept applying, and finally got in. While I was waiting for my acceptance, I actually took a little bit of a break and I went to Sydney, Australia, so that I could learn a little bit of the craft in practice. And I was working at the Intercontinental Hotel in Double Bay. They have a very funny expression, double bay, double pay. It's a very luxury, high class area. And I got to do tons of cool events at that hotel. When Apple released Bitmoji, I was in the room like pouring waters and running around and making sure everyone was taken care of. We got to host the Prime Minister of India for a really cool event. So that was a really exciting way to get my feet wet. And then to come to UCF and kind of have this mindset of, okay, I'm learning event management, but I've seen it on the back end and I know the things that go into it. And it was really cool to supplement my learning with that in-person experience. And then when I started at UCF, I wanted to get involved right away. I was in a sorority at UNF, so I transferred that to UCF. I got a whole new group of sisters, which was really fun, and it made that transition easier. But then I really wanted to get involved on campus at Rosen because they have their own separate campus from UCF. And the Eta Sigma Delta conversation came up, the Hospitality Honor Society, and I said, that's what I want to do. I want to get that on my resume, absolutely. So I worked really hard my first semester, and I got an email saying, we'd love to invite you to apply to join the Eta Sigma Delta International Hospitality Honor Society. So I applied. Unfortunately, this was like still as the pandemic was closing up. So our induction was on Zoom, but actually that was really special for me because my family is both in Minnesota and New Jersey. So we were actually able to send the Zoom link to them, and they were able to be there, even though it wasn't in person, and see kind of that induction and my hard work pay off. So that was really special.